Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us.
Set to kick this low. Texas.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Brady. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give from the gun. Nifty little dance step. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He'll pitch it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. He leaves it with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Finds his man down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. On the run, it's Clemens. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The inside handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He'll throw on third down. They're working that left side. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
From the gun. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
Touchdown, Missouri.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big...
Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They're going to give him another chance on second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! And the point after is good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. The give to the tailback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll give it to him again. At the 40, there he goes. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. After the penalty, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away, trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. An impressive display there. Gets him 6.
Yeah, don't worry about throwing. This guy can run, too. Such a great dual threat. And when this guy lowers his shoulders, you can see he can do whatever he wants and get in the end zone.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Longhorns have this offense rolling. Running back searching for a hole.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Now he's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Leaves it with the running back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. They'll give it to the back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. They'll try to pick up the first. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
4th down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Walters. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick 6. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And now on 2nd down for this offense. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors at our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride.
The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They start start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Offensively, I'm going to take 4 to 6 every play. Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Texas.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Lost one deep down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The corner route will always be one of those staple routes versus zone. So if you see zone, it's a great job by the wide receiver pushing vertically. You see him threaten that safety, and then you break off to the sideline where it's really hard for that corner to get back to the play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch on the left. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least the one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right there.
And the short completion brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's running in the open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He makes a grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense keeping.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach.
And he breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Texas.
He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Catch in the middle, it's Ash. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Brady. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll just keep slinging it. Makes the catch. It's Brady. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
On the move, it's Clemens. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
From the gun, give on the inside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
On the move is the 30. Can anyone catch him? Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now, 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th-quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slip it through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And what a great job by defense getting penetration quickly, forcing the running back to get outside to try to make that thing go wide, which that's what you want as a defense. When they run the draw, they want you to run upfield, and you run right up the middle. Good job by the defense getting some penetration to throw off the running back early.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a...
He wants to go deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. A 1st down run in the red zone. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over 'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Try to get it to the edge. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Walters. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Longhorns! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Missouri.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays.